It's time for match number 6 of the SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10. It's Amerat Royals taking on Azaiba XI. They're coming to you live from the Oman Cricket Academy. Amerat, with a good win last evening, will be eager to make it 2 in a row. Azaiba will be playing the first encounter this evening. Just the right time to head across to the centre. We have Swedham with both the captains for the toss.
Toss time here at Oman Cricket Academy. Azaiba XI are taking on Amerat Royals. The captains have arrived over here. For Azaiba XI, it's standing skipper Gibran. And for Amerat Royals, it's Karan Sonavale. Sandwiched between them is Mr. K.R. Azad, our match official. The coin will go up now. Karan will give it a spin. Number is the call. And Khanjar it is. You won the toss. What have you decided to do?
We like to bat first.
Any specific reason behind batting first?
Because last match I won the toss and I chose to bat first, and I thought, and as we planned, and we implemented, and that was successful plan for us. So like previous match, we are going to do the same and follow the same routine.
Same routine, you said. Is it the same team as well?
Yeah, it's the same team as well.
All the best, Karan.
Thank you.
Gibran, what would you have done had you won the toss?
We should have also batted first, and the reason was that today is our first match, so we wanted to set the score on the board, but we don't mind chasing because usually it's a 10-over format. So if you see the other side, that we will be having a target in our mind, so we can plan that way. So in a 10-over games, we have to have a good start, and let's see how things goes.
This is going to be your first game. You've fairly seen how the other teams panned out over here. So must have been a big learning curve to decide your team as well accordingly?
Exactly. We know the other team as well because we have been playing with them in the league as well. And also we saw them the first match yesterday when they were playing. So we worked on them. Let's see if we are able to execute our plans, what we practiced and what we learned. And hopefully we should be able to cross the line.
All the very best, Gibran.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
So the news from the centre. Amerat Royals have won the toss and they've decided to bat first.
We've so often seen it in the evening games. Captains winning the toss prefer batting first and putting the runs on the board. Karan Sonavale stating they did the same last evening and it turned out to be very successful for them. So Amerat Royals winning the toss, electing to bat first in this 10-over contest. There's so much cricket lined up for the next 8 to 10 days here at the Oman Cricket Academy, and we can only expect the quality of cricket to get better and better by each passing day. Amerat Royals have already secured a win in this tournament so far, and they'll be eager to continue with the good work they've been putting in. Azaiba XI, they've had a very ordinary D20, and this is a good opportunity for them to redeem themselves in the shortest format of the game. Just the right time to also introduce and welcome my co-commentator, Ahmad. Good evening, Shoaib.
Thank you, Mikhail. Let's see the playing 11 for Amerat Royals. Akshay Patel, Hemal Tandel, Karan Sonavale, Hafid Un-Nabi, Mehran Khan, Pratik Athavale, Rafiullah, Vinay Khandelwal, Vinayak Shukla, Viren Patel and Yasir Ali.
Azaiba XI have Akmal Shehzad, Ashtalan Bashir, Asif Albalushi, beg your pardon, Bahir Imran Muhammad, Jasim Lahi, Jibyan Yusuf, Khalid Rashid, Rao Wakar, Usman Haider and Wasim Akhtar. Right, quite a few new additions for the Azaiba XI, so it'll be interesting to see. Quite a few of them will also be surprise elements for the opposition. So we're all set for the final match of the evening. Remember, we've had 4 games. This is the 4th in progress. It's been an action-packed Sunday as the Empires walk out to the middle and are all set to kickstart proceedings at the Oman Cricket Academy for one final time this evening.
Yes, Azaiba XI with some fresh blood in their batting lineup and in their playing 11 will be looking to win those 2 important vital points and get into that winning momentum. They did not have the dream start that they were expecting for in the D20 edition, but D10 is a different format altogether, and it all depends on how you play on that specific day in those specific 10 overs. The two batters are walking out in the middle. Athavale has looked good in the first game, and with him is another good batsman, Akshay, who did really well, hit some quick fire 30 odd runs, and he would want to continue that form in this game as well.
Oh yes, it's been a much better improved performance for the Amerat Royals in the D10. We saw it in the first game. Usually the opening combination would be of Karan, Sonavale and Pratik Athavale, but this time Karan deciding to just bring himself down the batting order and bring in a new introduction in the name of Akshay, who did exceptionally well in that first game for the Amerat Royals. Pratik as well on his day can be very dangerous. So it's a very formidable opening pair Amerat Royals have at the moment, and they'll be up against the Azaiba XI, who's still to get onto the park and bowl that first delivery. They have a few bowlers who can crank up the pace, get the ball to move as well.
Oh yes, Imran, I remember from the D20, was one of the bowlers, standout performers for Azaiba XI. Pratik Athavale, 8 matches for him in D20 format, 242 runs and a strike rate of 129.41. So he knows how to bat, he knows how to bat quickly, he knows how to score runs as well. Akshay Patel is the new man who's joined him. We had seen Karan, Sonavale coming up the order in the previous edition, D20, but in D10, he's got the captaincy responsibility, and with that, he's demoted himself down to number 3.
Yes, and as you were mentioning about Imran, he's there in the frame right now, and he has drawn a lot of attention for his bowling action. He's fast, and he's also a very, very similar like bowling action to that of Shoaib Akhtar of Pakistan, and that's why he's always been an exciting prospect to watch, steaming in the way he does, and also getting the wickets. It's not just about the action, but also the performance that he's put in the Oman D20 that has drawn everyone's attention.
Oh yes, gives you that nostalgia of Shoaib Akhtar running in with those curls, long hair, flying in the air. We'll see that pretty soon. Imran Mohammed was also viral on social media. Hopefully he can better his performance in this edition. Waiting for the umpire to call the game. Let's play. Once he says let's play, we will see the first ball in action.
Thank you, sir. 10-20. Partner, it's time to start.
We're all set for ball number 1. Play to be signalled by the umpire, and Imran will be steaming in from the Oman tail end for ball number 1 in the final game of this evening. It's Amerat Royals taking on Azaiba XI. Amerat winning the toss and deciding to bat first.
Here we go, Imran Mohammed. Starts off well, good pacey delivery. Some movement in the air as well. Pratik Athavale.
Now this was quick. This had great movement. I like the shape he got on the delivery. That late movement as well, and he did that with considerable pace. I'm telling you, if he can get one inside into the right-handed batter right now, this is going to be very, very good bowling. But for the moment, Imran, in his very first delivery, has not looked scratchy, and it's not been a loosener as well. He's generated good amount of pace.
Oh, that's a good shot. Beautiful hit on the front foot. Pratik. What a great shot that is. Absolutely cracking. Good balance, good composure. And 4 runs. What a great way to get off the mark.
Oh yes, the length was the problem over here, and also the line. It was a little outside the off stump. The license was there for Pratik to play his shot. And what he did really well was get elevation on that hit and play it over the point region. He's a dangerous batsman once he gets going, and this is a very good start here. Winning the toss, batting first, Pratik is off the mark, and so is Amerat Royals with a 4.
Well, Imran needs to bowl on the stumps. If he bowls outside off, he's giving the license to go for the kill. There's an immediate field change. The third man fielder is on the boundary ropes, and so is the deep point fielder. almost an extra cover on the boundary ropes. This time he strays down the leg side, and this is a beautiful flick. Great use of those wrists, and we've seen that Indian players, Pakistani players, Asian players are so good on that in that square leg region, and Pratik Athavale is no different.
They are so good off their feet as well, these batsmen. The problem here with Imran is that he's not able to settle to a perfect line and length at the moment. That flick had so much of conviction. Pratik is looking so good in the middle, strong on both sides of the wicket. One over point, one towards the square leg region. Pressure on Imran, conceded 8 already in his first 3.
This one outside off and will be called a wide. Has a very, very similar bowling action to Shoaib Akhtar, but the consistency is missing. Here we have a look.
Look at the hair that bouncing on his head. It is also very Shoaib Akhtar like. The run up as well, the jump and this action. It is, many would call it an impersonation of a Shoaib Akhtar action, but we've got to give it to Imran to have just maintained his rhythm and kept up with the pace and also the consistency over the years.
A Yorker delivery could come back in a way. Looking for 2 and will get them. They realized that Balushi is not the quickest in the field. There was an opportunity for a second run and they've taken it.
Very poor cricket by Azaiba. For starters, it didn't look like a single, and within the 30-yard circle, they have ran doubles. Now, this is very poor application and commitment. Firstly, getting a foot to it, he should have put body and got his hands, and once he began playing football over there, it was another very poor effort. You got to back your bowler, Shoaib. This will not help the bowler's confidence as well.
Oh, beautifully done again, this time on the onside. You can't be bowling him outside off. You can't be bowling him on his legs. 5 deliveries bowled so far. 15 runs off it. Pratik Athavale is on a roll.
He's so good off his legs there. Look at that flick. The mid-wicket region vacant and open. And once it was bowled into his pads, all he had to do was the roll of the wrists. Pratik is looking so good in the middle. He's played 3 crisp shots. And in all of it, he's managed to play it with a lot of conviction. This has been a strong start by Amerat Royals. They're backing themselves after they decided to bat first.
There's another field change. Extra cover fielder coming inside the circle, and the square leg fielder has gone all the way to the boundary ropes. Last ball of the over. 15 already. Short ball pulled. Will clear the infield. Won't go all the way. Hasn't timed it too well, but will get a couple more.
Was not in position to play the pull, but still went through with that shot and was lucky to get some meat on it. But a very good productive first over. 17 coming off it. And right now they are in overdrive mode. 1 over gone. It's 17 for no loss. What a start this for Amerat Royals. Pratik Athavale has just walked in and dispatched the ball to all sides of the ground. Akshay still to get off the mark, but Amerat Royals, courtesy Pratik's willow, have moved to 17 and immediately spin being employed as Wasim Akhtar will begin from the Oman LNG end. Oh, that was quicker playing across the line, but that was high. Intentions clear by Amerat Royals. They want to get maximum at the moment. Akshay will want to continue from where Pratik has left and get runs on the board.
Well, spin bowling brought into the attack, and immediately he's had an impact on the game. Wasim bowling with a plan, coming around the wicket. And here we have a stoppage of play. Akshay looks like he's been hurt. Will need some medical attention. 17 on the board. Amerat Royals without loss. Well, I think he's cramping. Mikhail, not a lot of warm-up. Could that be a reason?
Yes, and it's good to see that players come in and chip in as well to help each other. Just get back to the start of Amerat Royals. It's been a rollicking one. 3 boundaries in that first over, all coming from the bat of Pratik Athavale. Over point, first up. Then he drifted down the leg, just flicked off his pads towards the square leg region. And then once again bowled into his pads and played it towards the mid-wicket region. Very good batting here by Pratik. He's on overdrive mode.
Well, was hurt in the groin area. Akshay. .2 overs on the pads, flicked, quick run taken. Pratik is looking in red hot form. Has bowled so far. Wasim has bowled well. Just 1 run off the 3 deliveries. Can he finish off well? 3 more deliveries to go. Making sure that the fielders are exactly where he wants them to be. And that's a sign of a good bowler. Every time you bowl, you want to check your field and then bowl according to a plan. He goes according to a plan. Fielder there, but will not reach the ball in time. This has been a good bowling performance, a good comeback from Azaiba XI. After that onslaught in that first over from Pratik, there has been a sort of a comeback from Wasim, who's just given away 2 runs in his 4 deliveries. Akshay will face the next ball. Darted in on the leg side. Extras won't help Azaiba XI. 2 more runs will be added to the total, and he'll have to bowl that again. Swept and swept well. Pratik has looked magnificent. That last ball was asking to be hit, and he's done well. 2 overs gone, 24 without loss.
Same. Continue. You got to just number 5. Not what 5. Batting power play.
24 runs in the first 2 overs for Amerat Royals and 21 coming off Pratik's bat. That's the impact he's had on top this evening. Winning the toss, Amerat Royals, and they've looked very, very strong. Akshay 2 and 4 is taking his time, but the bulk of the strike has been with Pratik. And immediately a change as well. Imran has been given a break and Jasim has been given the ball.
Well, rightly so. Imran was all over the place in the first over. He had no clue where he wanted to bowl. A few deliveries on the offside and then on the pads and then a short delivery as well. Jasim Ilahi has been brought into the attack. He'll be bowling from the Oman tail end. First ball, full toss. There is a fielder there. Will just be a single.
Yes, very innocuous delivery, that first one by Jasim Ilahi. I just felt he had more of a leg break of a delivery hurled out at the batsman. We understand change-ups is the need of the hour, but he cannot be too predictable as well. See, again, it looks like more of a leg break, but that's been dispatched to the extra cover region. Very poor delivery. Problems continue here for Azaiba 11. They're lacking discipline in the middle and runs are coming thick and fast.
Well, you can't be bowling full tosses back to back. This is easy pickings for somebody like Pratik, and he won't miss those. That was placed in the gap and he's got 4 runs for that.
I understand bowling leg breaks or leg cutters when the ball is old in the middle overs. Again he goes for a leg break kind of a delivery and that's been picked up. One bounce over the bowler's head. Pratik Athavale is having a field day at the Oman Cricket Academy. Courtesy some very fine hitting and some very ordinary bowling.
Well, ordinary is a very polite word to describe the performance of Azaiba bowlers. They have no clue whatsoever. They haven't been bowling with a plan. They're all over the place. And when you do that against somebody like Pratik, you're asking for trouble.
Jasim took over from Imran, but the treatment seems to be the same at the moment. Pratik has taken a liking for Jasim as well. Much better. They steal a single. Very good cricket. The boundaries are coming. The singles are coming. Runs are flowing. 33 in the third over. Amerat Royals are up and running here at the Oman Cricket Academy.
That's right. Pratik has quickly moved on to 30 of just 11. A very contrasting approach from Akshay tonight. That was a Yorker delivery. And good running between the wickets from Amerat Royals. Another good delivery. So he's bowled back-to-back Yorkers. Very well done. Good comeback in a way from Jasim.
If this is what he brings to the table, then it's lovely. But then he needs to get it more consistent. 2 block hole deliveries, surprising the batsman. This one came very close to the off stump as well. Surprised Akshay Patel. Jasim mixing mediocrity and brilliance in 1 over at the moment. This time picked up again on the full, but missing out on an opportunity. Gibran at mid-on. 3 overs gone. It's 34 for no loss.
So 3 overs have been completed. 34 on the board without a loss of a wicket. Pratik, Athavale and Akshay Patel both are out there in the middle. Athavale has been the dominant contributor. 30 of 11 deliveries. In the slot, up and over, fielder there, will take it. So Waqar comes in and strikes on the very first ball. And that wicket is a prized wicket of Pratik, who went for 1 shot too many, did not time it, did not middle it. and found the fielder.
That's how Pratik Athavale plays his cricket. If it is to be hit, he will go all out at it. This time, just got the impression that he didn't quite middle it and found the fielder who didn't have to move much. And a very big wicket here for Azaiba 11. They are delighted seeing the back of Pratik Athavale. A very fine innings comes to an end. He was looking dangerous. He walks back for 13-12. It's 34 for 1 in 3.1.
The middle. Thank you.
Karan Sonavale, the captain, makes his way to the middle at a time when his side is in a position of strength. What a start here for Wasim. He's got a wicket and he's keeping it very tight. But the foundation, the stage is set right now for Amerat Royals to play big. They need a partnership. 155 strike rate for him. Karan as well, looking for opportunities, scoring opportunities. He's off the mark with a single. Jasim in the deep. Slight fumble but recovered quickly.
So the spin bowling option has worked for Azaiba 11. They've got the wicket of Pratik Athavale, who was looking dangerous. Fumble there, but the fielding has to be spot on for Azaiba. Good ball outside off. A good looking shot, but the run flowing continues for Amerat Royals. Doesn't matter if they lose a wicket, if it's in the arc, if it's asking to be hit, they will go for the shots. And that's what Akshay does on that occasion.
A very powerful hitter, strong forearms over there, backs himself. Another very fine hit. And this is how Amerat Royals are playing. Their brand of cricket is very simple. They will not miss out on the loose deliveries and they're making it count as well. A wicket at the very first ball. And already 5 runs. And Akshay has decided to take over from Pratik, who just departed some time back.
Oh, beautiful hit. That's the shot of the day, the shot of the night, the shot of the season from Akshay. Brilliant hitting, belligerent hitting. And this is one that will impress one and all. You can watch this on replay day and night.
This is the longest 6 we've seen at the Oman Cricket Academy. Look at the elevation. Look at the distance. It's a home run that has absolutely no contest in terms of the length over here. What a shot. One filled with power and authority. Already 11 runs coming off it. And they've raced to 45. Pressure on Azaiba. They need another wicket.
What this does is it dents the confidence of the bowler. It dents the confidence of the team. The fielders watching that ball sail over the boundary ropes. Another big hit. This one's even bigger. Is it? Yes, it reaches the Oman Cricket Academy building. Back-to-back sixes from the bat of Akshay Patel.
Well, it's 6 in the city of Oman. Rather 6s back-to-back this time from the bat of Akshay Patel. This was dragged shorter, but he picks it up. And look at the power and timing behind it, almost into the offices of the Oman Cricket Academy. This is hitting at its very best, and the 50 comes up as well in the 4th over. It's 51 for 1.
Minus 1 minute. He said minus 1 minute. Come little bit inside. Covering leg. Batsman, change in bowling. Bowler coming left arm, cutting across to you.
We've just seen some belligerent hitting in the middle from the bat of Amerat Royals. First it was Pratik Athavale, and then it's been Akshay Patel, 19 of 10, accumulated as many as 17 runs in that last over of theirs as they raced to 50 as well in the fourth over. And this brings the senior statesman Khalid, a very wily, fine bowler, left arm orthodox but relies more on length and his arm deliveries.
Oh yes, Azaiba 11 have called on the experience of Khalid Rashid. Has been in the domestic circuit for a long time. Knows how to deal these pressure situations. And he's also a man with a golden arm. Won't be surprised if he can get a wicket or two here for Azaiba.
Yes, he does not rely much on turns. On the turn, it's more on the arm that he relies on. Let's quickly take a look at the last over. That was Akshay Patel. This is the longest six we've seen in the Oman Cricket Academy. That ball just sailed like a star. And then this time as well, towards the cow corner region. His sixes, he cleared it with style. The fielders became spectators, and spectators became fielders.
Khalid Rashid starts off well so far. 2 singles of his 3 deliveries.
He'll slow down the proceedings in the middle. That's what Khalid does. He bowls a very difficult length to pick from. Look at that length right underneath the bat. No width offered. This is what experience brings to the table. But for now, Amerat Royals have done exceptionally well to put themselves into a stage where they can explode every delivery. We're almost reaching the halfway stage of the innings. And that man Akshay, let me tell you, if he hits it, it stays hit.
Oh yes, it stays hit, but this time it does stay hit. What a great shot that is. Absolute brute force. He's hit that so hard. No chance for the fielder. Even if there was, for a split second, fielder had him there, was thinking whether to put his hand up or not.
And look at that shot. Hardly any follow through. It was just a hit. Much better, good comeback delivery, so much power behind his hitting. They're looking for the second, very good running. Fielder stationed very behind in the ropes and they complete too comfortably. Fine cricket in the middle, dished out by Akshay and Karan. Another vital partnership taking them to a very strong position. 5 gone, it's 62 for 1 and Khalid is not happy with the way things are happening in the middle. The first 5 overs has been fireworks as far as the Amerat Royals are concerned. They've just taken off and there's no stopping for them at the moment. Karan Athavale joining Akshay in the middle. And he goes big as well. And the ball has gone bigger into the stands. That has disappeared. We are having a competition of the longest sixes here. And Amerat Royals at the moment is dishing out some of the biggest hits at the Oman Cricket Academy. Much to the delight and joy of all the spectators. Akshay dished out one in the last over. And this time it's Karan. Look at the power and timing behind it. It looked like a star in the sky as it sailed beyond, almost crashing into the glass as well. What a time to be commentating. Just the right time to also introduce and welcome Ashok Purohit and Suhas Vedam in the comm box.
Thank you, Mikhail. It's raining sixes over here at the Oman Cricket Academy ground. 69 for 1. 5 overs done.
Shabba boys.
Incredible hitting indeed, Mr. Purohit. Will pick up a single for a change. Let's put it this way. But the superb shots. And Akshay Patel has shown, not just today, but yesterday as well, all that matters for him is one in the arc. And he gets going.
Yeah, there's been amazing range of strokes displayed. Here goes another one, another huge one. And this time on the terrace of Oman Cricket Academy building.
Incredible hitting continues. Once again in the slot. You're talking about that follow through. He was just looking at his own creation and saying, wow, let it travel. This is a 6 hitting fiesta. Karan, Sonavale and Akshay are hosting it. Oh, that's much better. Wasim kept it flat as well, understandably so.
A ray dot ball. And it's been a real fest of sixes.
Goes again. Fielder in the deep will be in business. Arsalan trudging very close to the boundary rope. But he completed the catch, and that's what matters. Captain Karan has found a way to send himself back to the pavilion. Didn't get the elevation this time, Mr. Purohit.
Yes, and a well taken catch there by Arsalan on the ropes. But he needed to be a bit careful. He would have almost got over the ropes. Amerat Royals 76 for 2 after 6 overs. Karan Sonavale departs after a 10 ball 15. Couple of sixes in his blitz. Rafiullah is the new batsman in. Another power play.
Rafiullah. And someone who hits them big, long. He's walked in. And one has to say that he's walked into the right party.
We could.
Captain, end of 6 overs, minus 1 minute.
Yeah, come on guys, come on, yaar.
Batsman. Batsman. Engine bowling, coming right arm over to you.
6 overs gone, 76 for 2. Hatham has been introduced into the attack. Cross seam it will be. Hatham Bahar. Over the wicket to the righty. And he's gone for the big shot. This is growing. And it's grown enough to go for 6. What a hit this one is. Replace the umpire with a scarecrow with its arms up. 6 hitting has been so ubiquitous.
Absolutely. There seems to be a competition among the fellow team members. Who hits the biggest one? And this is a superb strike. Clean hit at its best. Hits the side screen below our commentary box.
The ball's travelling for sure when it comes up. Akshay's bat 35 of 15. What a way to invite Hatham into the attack. Wanted to keep it slightly wide so that the batter reaches out for it. Akshay has managed to put bat to ball and pick up a single. He's furious with himself because he didn't get it in the gap. And look who's walked out to bat. Rafiullah. And Rafiullah, who hits them long, who hits them big, has walked into the right party, Mr. Purohit.
He would be looking to...
The strike rate, look at that strike rate, 254.5. Ready for the 6 hitting fest? Yes, says Rafiullah. That's not even from the best part of the bat. And how does it matter? 6 it is. Rafiullah stands to his reputation, does justice to it.
Yes, it's an absolutely crazy 6 hitting fest over here. 6s raining right, left and center. Each part of the park has been covered by 6s.
This was the previous delivery. And I think we are seeing the replay of this because that is what caused that 6. Goes again and will get it again. Yes, the irreverence to the boundary rope continues.
Absolutely.
2 balls, 2 sixes. Rafiullah, you beauty. 3 sixes in the over out of the 4 times Hedim's run in.
Rafiullah seems to match Akshay, Karan and Pratik in the competition for 6 hitting. And this is a clean one more hit over the ropes. A mighty one. Another maximum.
I think it's not a question of whether it'll be a 6 or no. It's about which direction he's going to smash it to. No, that's a better delivery. That's a slower one that he missed, but it's also missed the stumps, and that's a point of concern for Hedim.
An inside edge almost cost him the wicket there. And it's a bye there, signaled by umpire.
Oh, this is incredible hitting. Rafiullah announcing his arrival with 2 sixes. And Akshay is believing in other forms of making runs, other denominations of making runs.
Yeah.
7 overs gone, 97 for 2. Seven was gone. 97 for 2. There are days in this tournament we say 100 is a brilliant score indeed. We'll reach that landmark. And here we are with 3 overs to spare. Just 3 runs away from that.
We are looking for around 120 if the same momentum of 6s continue. It's been an unbelievable exhibition of 6s so far in this innings by Amerat Royals.
7 overs gone. 97 for 2. Imran went for 17 in the first over. He needs to pull things back here. Pratik Athavale 30 of 12. Akshay Patel out there 37 of 17. Karan Sonavale was interesting while he lasted 15 of 10 in Rafiullah. 12 of 3 out of which 2 balls. It took a while to retrieve. 6 bowlers have been used so far in the 6 hitting. Look at the economy rates. 17, 10, 10, 17, 11. And then Baher, who just got a ball, is hiding somewhere. 20. This game can be cruel to the bowlers.
Imran back into the attack.
That seems to be a better ploy. Take the pace of the ball. Bowl the cutters.
A bit of a relief there for the bowlers and the fielders. What a fantastic exhibition of 6s. They've been merciless. They have been ruthless. The batters have batted with abandon and gay, hitting all around the park.
Such clean hits, isn't it? Tells you something about the batter's skills, of course, but it also tells you something about the bats being used here. Ashok sir, when you started covering cricket in print as well, the bats used to look different.
Quite different.
Today in the gymming era, not just the strength, but the pace has also improved. All the second runs on. The slide has cost the second run. Imran is not happy with the second one. Also because Rafi is on strike.
Good fielding attempt there.
I think the dew is setting in.
Did save a couple of runs there, though he conceded one.
How much of dew is the question? Yes, that he slid past it, but still the dispatch was on time. But off balance, sir. Does well in the end.
Yeah, saves two.
Every run counts. Swing and a miss. Rafiullah was looking to tonk the ball into the black night sky.
The slow ball. The slow ball does the trick here.
Slow ball it shall be, more often than not. Rafiullah was through with the shot. The change in pace. He's been able to outsmart the batter twice in this over. And he's kept it down to just 3 runs. This over has started off really well for Imran. Can he continue to bowl this way and close it out nicely? 100 for 2, Amerat Royals. He was showing all the 3 stumps. And still, Imran chose to follow the batter. I'm a little confused here. Base of the stumps, any of them, you pick one, the single, you pick. You pick, sir.
Absolutely.
Middle stump, leg stump, off stump.
That's
anywhere. He could have got him.
That's not a smart bowling.
And he wasn't in the best position to play that shot as well. I'm wondering why did he not bowl at the stumps, especially with the pace he's got, Imran. Slightly slower, and this time believing in placement, Akshay, not power. Will get a boundary. Imran's quiet over has suddenly turned out to be a little expensive. 4 runs of the first 4 balls, as many runs of one particular delivery, the 5th one.
Yeah, 8 runs already in this over and a ball to go.
Do you believe he can close it out well here? Or do you think this has an appointment with the rope?
I think Akshay would be looking for another big max.
Where are the change-ups, the way he holds the ball as well? Again, zoom up.
There he goes.
Oh, this is huge. This is traveling. Don't bother. Don't bother retrieving it as well.
It's gone into the park of Oman Cricket Academy. One of the longest hits. One of the longest hits seen today.
111 for 2 and with 2 more overs to go. Is he changing the bat here? Is he not happy with the bat? 15 of 6, he's not happy with the bat.
Yeah.
Partner, can you confirm the fade overs?
8 overs gone, 111 for 2. Rafiullah changed his bat during the break. 15 of 6 and he changes the bat. Why do you think so? The sixers weren't going long enough?
I think so. Akshay has been the star tonight. And here,
this is a beautiful stroke indeed. For a man who is characterized by power, he chose placement on that occasion, and this was a wonderful hit into the parking lot.
amazing fireworks on display today.
Luckily, Mr. Purohit, it didn't land on the bonnet of the Mazda.
Yeah. I would have to take it to insurance.
Oh, white ball.
And a bye.
Diving keeper in despair. 5 runs added to the tally. Now, this is a peculiar situation for Azaiba 11. If they bowl and the ball's counted, it's 6 runs added to the tally. If the ball's not counted, it's 5.
Yeah, and runs are leaking right, left and center.
The intent was right. It was a back of the hand slower delivery to trouble the batter. But it was wayward, so it troubled the keeper too.
Quite true. Khalid coming in, the experienced Khalid coming in. A slow ball.
Oh, that's hit well. That is hit really well. Can we have a new change in the rules of cricket? Can the whole squad come in and field? 11 men, definitely not enough at the moment. What a shot this one is.
Rafiullah picked the ball early and dispatched it over the longer boundary.
Full toss. Full toss at a comfortable height. And to Rafiullah. Jasim needs to find the block hole. Oh, he's gone with that back of the hand again. This time the fielder will cut it off. Rafiullah picks up a single. Akshay on the cusp of a well-made half century is on strike.
Yeah, a dismal bowling performance by Azaiba. Too short of a well-deserved half century. Akshay.
I think he's going to play down the ground. Absolutely will pick up a single. Of late, he's been looking at playing till the end, and I think he's going to attack the very next ball from now.
I think so. He is in a good nick. He's been in excellent form. Has tore apart the bowlers.
Rafiullah will bat only one way. Straight to the fielder. All deliveries have been back of the hand. One has been very wayward. 3 singles over here. The last 3 balls. Jasim's trying to pull things back here after a wayward start. 49 of 21. What an innings Akshay has played. He'll nudge it around and pick up a single. It has been a well-compiled half-century for Akshay Patel. Stand up and applaud the Amerat Royals. He knows the jersey number will be registered and etched in everybody's mind, because this has been an innings of class and good connection.
Yeah, absolutely. A display and exhibition of classy batting, which showed a lot of character in his batting. Akshay Patel, 2 fours and 5 sixes, 22 balls, 50, strike rate of 227.27.
Swing and a miss. Rafiullah was down on one knee, waiting to play Jasim like a spinner. Missed it on that occasion. Niner was gone 124 for 2.
Khalid, the experienced veteran of Azaiba, going to bowl the last over. It looks to be an interesting choice for the captain to opt for Khalid.
I think he's going to target the legs of the righty. Oh, he's given him room. And Akshay has launched it into the night sky. 6 more. Some of the shots were in front of the side screen and he wasn't happy with it, it seems. This is beyond.
He was so confident that he even didn't follow up through the shot. Once hit, he knew that it was a 6.
What great hitting. Akmal will have a word with Khalid. And this is why. That was in the slot. I think the only conversation that Rafiullah at the other end would have had with Akshay is that could have gone longer. And now probably the red Mazda might be in trouble.
Yeah, I'm worried now. So
you know where you parked. You know where you parked it.
Yeah, I'm really worried whether my car has been dented with some few.
You've just got a memorabilia to take home. What do you think? Okay, the question is if it's not if it's the red Mazda or not. The question is it the bonnet?
Or the windscreen.
Or the windscreen?
Yeah, I hope not the windscreen.
He misses. And Mr. Purohit reads a sigh of relief.
A dot ball. A rare dot ball in this innings. 130 for 2 in 9.2. Amerat Royals definitely in driver's seat.
Oh, good ball. Oh, no. He was so shrewd. He followed the batter. The Khalid's, I'll be very honest with you. Khalid's wondering
That was supposed to be a good ball indeed. Follow the batter. He was looking to go leg side, and last moment, this is very Jadeja-like. Remember what he did in New Zealand. The helicopter shot
didn't come through.
Rafiullah is on strike now. 132. That's the highest total that we've seen so far, with 3 more balls to spare.
Indeed. It's been a brilliant display of batting. Absolutely. Hurricane knock from Akshay.
Oh wow. This is travelling to catch it is the call, but that's for the spectators. 6 more. The arms of the umpires have been pointing upwards more on rather than down in this game.
Another brilliant batting display. This time Rafiullah takes it inside out and the ball is dispatched into the stands.
This is incredible hitting indeed. He's taking the leather off the ball. I'm not quite sure if it's a perfect sphere at the moment, that piece of leather.
I doubt.
That was not the best delivery, but anything that's not a 6 is something that counts as good.
Back up.
Yes. Akshay looks to be a bit tired.
Akshay would be telling himself, let's eke out that last bit of energy. Last delivery coming up, 139 for 2. And Akshay launches it into the skies. Fielder in the deep will take the catch. Some relief for Khalid as he picks up a wicket of the final delivery. 139 is still a huge number. 140 required for Azaiba 11 to put their first points on the board.
That's a mammoth total for Azaiba to chase, the highest in the D10 so far. A good catch in the end on the ropes. Khalid picks up a wicket, but Akshay has displayed an amazing repertoire of strokes all around the park, particularly the 6s. The hitting of 6s have been just unbelievable tonight.
And he's been a little shrewd with the way he's picked up singles as well, just at the right time. There was a phase when he was only looking for singles to ensure Rafiullah gets going, because he said Rafiullah has a better chance of clearing that particular bowler, and Rafiullah didn't disappoint either. What an innings this has been. What a partnership this has been. Terrific to watch. Absolutely entertaining. That's what we promise at Fan Code Oman D10 rather, because this is the liveliest form of cricket. Amerat Royals 30 of 12 for Pratik Athavale. Akshay Patel 57 of 26 was the last one to go of the last ball. Karan Sonavale 15 of 10. Rafiullah 28 of just 12.
Imran Mohammad, Wasim Akhtar, Jasim Ilahi, Rao Akhtar, Khalid Rashid Bahar. Only 3. Yes, absolutely. 31, 20, 23, 17, 26, 20. These are the runs conceded.
A terrific hitting from the word go. Yeah, Imran was taken to the cleaners today. No bowler was spared. And once the 6 hitting started, it became even more troublesome.
The 6s rained. Started off with one over the Oman Academy terrace. Then Khalid being belted around. And this one again.
It's interesting how he finds the power even if it's pitched up. He just gets under the ball, and once he does, be it Akshay or Rafi or the skipper, then the ball travels.
The cow corner was the most sought after, but this is the wicket.
Yeah, everyone expected the batters to get caught only in the deep, otherwise in the crowd. This was some terrific hitting.
One of the longest of the night. There's one more. There was no stopping Akshay. And then it's a nice flick.
This is where he showed he has a lovely cricketing brain, isn't it?
Yeah.
And anything in the slot, raised his arms, and why not? That's a terrific half century.
And what a
Targeted the straighter part of the ground, something that will warm the heart of the coach. But then Rafiullah says, coaching manual, we'll keep it aside. This was another wicket that fell.
Rafiullah was also terrific, of course, with 12 of 13. For the moment, though, Azaiba 11. 140 required in 10 overs. Will they be able to get there? They need a lot of sixes and fours. They have the batting power to get there. But can they on the big night is the bigger question. We'll find out in just a moment when we return with the chase.
Welcome back. This is SkyExchange.net presents fan code Oman D10, match number 6. This is the second innings that is just about to start. Amerat Royals are taking on Azaiba 11. We are live from Oman Cricket Academy. Azaiba 11 were bowling in that first innings, and what a great performance this has been from the Amerat Royals. The umpires are walking out with the white ball in their hand, and we are all set to start the second innings. What a performance this has been from Amerat Royals. In that first innings, Pratik Athavale scoring a quick fire 30 of just 12 deliveries. Akshay Patel, what a great performer he is. 57 of just 26 deliveries. 15 of 10 for Karan Sonavale, and Rafiullah came in and hit some lusty blows, scoring 28 of just 12. 139 is what the score was managed in the first 10 overs of the game. Nothing noticeable in this 6 bowlers performance. And really, that bowling lineup says what a good performance it was from Amerat Royals. They took on the bowlers and scored a lot of runs. Joining me in the com box right now is my co-commentator, Mikhail Vaswani.
Good evening, Shoaib. Good evening to all of viewers as well, tuned in through our various networks for this live broadcast coming to you from the Oman Cricket Academy. We've seen and witnessed a batting blitzkrieg and a masterclass from Amerat Royals. And Azaiba XI, the openers may be laughing and smiling at the moment as they make their way to the middle, but they have to bat out of their skins to chase down 140. Gibran, the stand-in skipper for Azaiba XI, can he take them off to a flying start? They need fireworks and they need to explode from ball 1. That's Akmal. We've seen him play some fine innings. Akmal Shehzad in the D20. Look at that strike rate, 140. He's got a 50 and 6 sixes. But at the moment, it's the Amerat Royals who sit pretty and comfortable.
Oh yes, Azaiba XI have their work cut out. 139 is a mammoth total that they'll have to score in the first 10 over 60 deliveries to score those 139 runs. Hemal Tandel to start the proceedings for Amerat Royals. Here we go, ball number 1. Big heave, and well, they are celebrating. It's wicket number 1 down. The umpire has just shown the dreaded finger, but as soon as the ball crossed the batter, Hemal Tandel was convinced he's got the edge. Akmal Shehzad is walking back, and Amerat Royals have got a royal start to the second innings.
What a start. We thought they were superb with the bat, but they're struck off the very first delivery. 2 sides to the dismissal. The bowler and the wicketkeeper entrusted. The umpire didn't show any kind of change in decision making. It's only when Akmal Shehzad began to walk is when the umpire raised the finger. Had he stood his ground, you never know what could have happened. He departs for 0. It's 0 for 1 in the first ball of the first over.
Well, the first ball has produced a wicket for Amerat Royals, and it's not going to be easy for Azaiba from here on. They're already on the back foot. Arslan Bashir is the new man in. 7 matches, 188 runs for him in the D20 format. This is an even more exciting, more demanding format. Arslan will have to go right from ball number 1.
Disastrous start here for Azaiba XI, especially when you're chasing 140 and lose your wicket in the very first ball. Hint of movement. Expect that from Hemal Tandel. He does that consistently. He can generate pace. He can release the delivery on the seam. He can get movement off the pitch. What a man to have. And he's very handy with the bat. Pressure mounting on Azaiba XI. They are playing catch up from the time they were put into field.
That's right. Every ball has been a big test for the players of Azaiba XI. This time the ball moving in, diving effort on towards the fine leg region. He's got some hand onto it, and that has stopped the ball from going all the way. But they've got some runs on the board. Not in the most convincing of manner, but they'll take that nevertheless.
When you begin the innings knowing that you need 140 in 60 deliveries, as a batsman, I just wonder what could be going through your mind. Akmal Shehzad, for all the hits that he's got for his side over the years, this time around just walked silently. More of a defeatist walk back. Pressure mounting. Look at that shape, look at that hint of movement we are seeing. Hemal Tandel is asking questions and showing some wonderful exhibition of seam and swing.
That's right, asking questions. And Azaiba 11 have no answers to those questions. What a great ball. That was banana swing. Lovely shape in the air. Hemal Tandel continues. It's gone up and over the third man fielder. Mehran will not be able to stop that. Again, the ball not meeting the bat. Unconvincing ways of getting runs. The umpire signals 4. So some bat involved. Arsalan gets a boundary.
Yes, they finally got a boundary, but even that boundary hasn't come from the middle of the bat. That's been the problem with Azaiba 11. They were hapless with the ball and they're looking at the moment very, very indifferent with the bat. 6 for 1 in the first over. Arsalan 6 of 4. Gibran still to get off the mark. Plays it to a short fine leg for a single shot. The stumps, or it could be gone. No way in the region of getting into the crease over there, Gibran. He had given up long back.
Yes, that was a dangerous call. It was straight into the hands of the fielder. A good throw, fast throw, but not hitting the stumps. He was a distant dream, far, far away from the crease, while the ball crossed the stumps. First over gone. Azaiba 11 are 7 for 1.
Leg देखिएगा, leg. Thank you.
What a man to have in the side, Rafiullah. Bat ball always there for the team, and he as well is producing some wonderful movement in the middle. All of a sudden, it looks like they are bowling on a different pitch in different conditions, and Azaiba 11 are batting in overcast conditions in England with the ball moving everywhere.
Oh yes, a very difficult passage of play for Azaiba 11. The pressure is mounting while we see a release shot here. This one's gone all the way. And it's gone the distance. 4 more. Again, not from the middle of the bat, but Arsalan gets some bat onto it. A thickish outside edge, and the ball flies over point for 4.
We've seen 2 contrasting batting performances. When Amerat 11 was batting, they got everything from the middle of the bat, and so far the first 2 boundaries for Azaiba have come from edges. Nevertheless, welcome runs, bonus, but it's because of the movement and the lack of conviction and shot making at the moment for Azaiba that is causing these kind of hits.
Spraying it down the leg side, Rafiullah. And that will be called as a wide. 1 more run added to the total.
Amerat have looked a very good side. Last evening as well, they registered a win. Looking very good at the moment to make it 2-2. Rafiullah, tall, lanky, mercurial all-rounder. Oh, he's got that from the meat of the bat. Will that travel? 1 bounce into the long-off region for a 4. Much better, good-looking shot. This time went in with the extension of the arms, got to the pitch of the ball as well. Look at that fist pump. Now that's the confidence talking from the batsman.
That's a much better shot. Straight down the ground. Will give him some confidence. They need a lot more of these. Azaiba 11. Much better ball again. Good comeback. They'll take a single. And the score will move on to 17 now for the loss of 1 wicket.
Rafiullah in his first over has already conceded 10 runs of the first 4 deliveries. The shorter run up this time. Oh, just played it on the full towards short fine leg. Hemal Tandel there. It's a completely different run up here for Rafiullah. Usually he comes in steaming from a longer run up, but he's keeping this very short. The dugout of Azaiba XI.
Azaiba XI, a tense dugout. Another single, and that will bring the over to an end. 2 overs gone. Azaiba XI are 19 for 1.
Continue.
19 for 1 after 2, chasing 140. Azaiba XI need a miracle, need a magical innings, need someone who can stand up tonight and play the innings of his life. And at the moment, Hemal Tandel has looked very good with this white ball under lights. This time he gets it into the right-hander. This could be very close. The collection had to be clean.
No leg by signaled by the umpire, so there was some bat involved. Gibran is on 1 of 1. Arsalan on 18 of 11 deliveries. 20 on the board for Azaiba. This time again the ball moving in, just a hint of swing and also some movement off the deck. Has a very similar bowling action to Shami, Mohammad Shami from India. Hemal Tandel. Nicely bowled in the right area, corridor of uncertainty. Oh, that's a poor shot selection. Hemal Tandel this time attacking the stumps, and Gibran was nowhere close to the ball when the ball hit the stumps. This is poor execution, poor cricket on display from Azaiba, while Hemal Tandel and Amerat Royals are on a roll.
It's the kind of length that Amerat bowlers have generated that has forced batsmen to play out of their comfort zone and create shots and manufacture shots. And in the quest of creating shots, Gibran Yusuf departs for 1 in 3. Problems plenty for Azaiba XI. They're chasing 140 and on 20 for 2 at the moment in the third over. It's been a disastrous start here for Azaiba XI. They have lost 2 wickets, both the openers back in the dugout. And they are just fighting a losing cause at the moment. Haitham Bahar went for 20 in his 1 over. Was very costly. Can he get those 20 runs in the 6 deliveries that he's conceded and just turn the game on its head? Looks to go big, almost getting an outside edge. Hemal Tandel has looked so impressive this evening.
He's having a gala of a time out there in the middle. Hemal, definitely one of the prospects for Oman cricket. Good fast bowler, good carry as well on that occasion. If he keeps doing what he is, he will definitely be knocking the doors of Oman cricket sooner rather than later.
The manner in which he's got the ball to move both ways is very encouraging. This time he picks it from outside off. Had he found the fielder, 1 bounce, just falls short of him. Almost carried, could have easily been the 3rd wicket for Amerat Royals here. living dangerously at the moment. They're throwing their bats at virtually everything, wild swings here and there.
Well, that's the need of the hour. They can't be hanging around there for quite a long time. Every ball is mounting pressure. Every dot ball is creating that extra bit of pressure on Azaiba. Well played, straight into the hands and straight out of the hands as well. Poor fielding will result in 2 runs for Azaiba 11. End of the third over, Azaiba 11 are 23 for 2.
Heads in bowling, jersey number 13 coming on the board. Right arm over. Captain, -1 minute on the 3 overs.
The batting order and the batting card of Azaiba 11 at the moment will need some inspiration, and they need to find it from somewhere. That's because the start has been horrendous. Gibran and Akmal back in the dugout. Arsalan and Bahar fighting a battle. And at the moment, the Amerat Royals with their bowling card will be mighty pleased. Hemal Tandel, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 11 in his 2 overs. He's done the job for his captain. Rafiullah may have been costly, but he can always come back. Mehran Khan, the partnership breaker, has been introduced into the attack.
Big hit on the first ball. Fielder coming underneath it and takes a good catch and then completes it even better. Magical catching. This is how you need to take catches on the boundary ropes. Rafiullah is excellent with the ball, is brilliant with the bat, and exceptional when it comes to catching.
Oh yes, what a catch this is. We see so many cricketers practicing day in and day out. These kind of catches, the alertness, the awareness is so very important. He is a dynamic all-rounder, Rafiullah, and this time the ball was carrying. He kept his eyes, he had to cover a lot of distance. He got underneath this one, and as he realized that he could be overstepping, just flips it on top, gains position, comes back into the field of play, and takes a wonderful catch. 10 points. You've ticked all boxes, Rafiullah. You are a wonderful fielder. What a catch. Haitham has to walk back for 1. Another fine piece of fielding results to his dismissal. Azaiba 11, 23 for 3 in the 4th over. Problems plenty for them.
Slower delivery there. And a good comeback from Mehran. After that wicket-taking delivery, we know that he's a partnership breaker, and that is exactly what he's done.
Yeah, he keeps it very simple. That's the best part about Mehran Khan. He does not try to overbowl, well within his limitations. Bowls to his field. He likes a spread out field. He likes protection. He likes cover. And he gets the wickets as well.
Another good delivery right into the block hole, but has been played towards the long on this time. Azaiba 11 are in all sorts of trouble. They have no clue how to approach this run chase.
I just feel now they should be batting more for a little bit of time spent in the middle, because this chase has become increasingly difficult for them. You have to have a Superman-like effort if you need to get to 140 in 10 overs. And your top 3 need to fire. And unfortunately, for Azaiba 11, the top 3 are back in the dugout. And there's a lot of hard work for that middle order to do. It's a spread-out field at the moment. You have a sweeper cover. You have the mid-wicket. Beg your pardon, the deep square leg, the long on.
Nicely played, placed it in the gap towards the third man for another single. Singles are not going to help Azaiba 11, and they know that more than anyone else. How do they get runs is the question. Current run rate, miserable to say the least, 6.82. Required run rate, Mammoth 18.16. Humongous.
That's short and wide. And that current run rate, beg your pardon, the required run rate will keep increasing with every dot ball. The concern should have begun the moment they walk back to the dugout after conceding 139 runs. How do we chase it down? At the moment, Amerat Royals looking very good for second win in this tournament. Oh, that's down the leg side. That's swept, and that'll be 4 as well. Does it have enough legs? And yes, it does. Hemal Tandel will have to give up the chase. A 4 coming out of nowhere, but will be welcomed by the dugout of Azaiba 11.
Trying a bit too much on that occasion, Mehran. Was not needed, that slower delivery. The direction was all over the place. And all Azaiba 11 batter had to do was just place it in the gap, get some bat onto it. Arsalan does that. This is a much better ball, much better length. Will only result in a single. And that's the end of the over. 4 overs gone. Azaiba 11 are 31 for 3.
Before you can start. Bowler replace. Partner, it's a batting play. 40 play. Partner.
4 overs, 31 for 3, and that's the sign of the power play which has been taken. Won't see any effect of that power play. The way Azaiba 11 are going right now. 31 for 3 in 4 overs. They need some really good big hitting to get back into this game. Vinay is the new bowler.
We'll just take a look at this catch by Rafiullah in the deep. It had to have a lot of alertness and agility and presence of mind. Caught it, almost overcrossed it, came back in position and took it as well. These catches are always wonderful, and as we talk about catches, this one has been dispatched over extra cover for a 4 by Arsalan. He's fighting a lone battle. He's not ready to throw in the towel, and he's looking good as well. Some move on here for Azaiba 11, but a lot of hard work to be done.
Lot more boundaries needed for Azaiba 11 to have any chance of coming back into the game. Arsalan is looking good. He scored 30 of 18. That is a good attacking shot. It was a short ball, and that is slapped and has found the gap towards the extra cover boundary for 4. That's a much better length from Vinay. Has been played towards the long off for a single.
Mehran Khan with that bowling effort over there. Catch taken by Rafiullah. Mehran Khan was the bowler in that equation, and he got a wicket of his very first ball after being introduced into the attack. He so often does it for his league side. But that's Rafiullah with the bat. He was prolific, getting 20 odd runs and a few deliveries. A little costly with the ball, but in the field, he showed the agility, and what a man to have in the side.
Oh yes, definitely a value add. This time it's slashed and outside off. Poor bowling from Vinay. These are easy gifts, easy pickings for Usman, who does well to place it over the third man fielder for 4.
And the reason why they've taken the power play is simply because they need to accelerate and take their chances, and they're doing just that. Very good batting. At least some resistance, some fight shown here by Azaiba 11. There are no pushovers, is all they're trying to say at the moment.
This time he goes straight down the ground. There is a fielder waiting for that ball. And that's the end of Usman. So another wicket perishes. Azaiba 11 losing their track in the middle. While Amerat Royals are stomping towards victory with every passing over. This time it's Vinay who gets that wicket. And Azaiba 11 lose their 4th.
Yes, the bat actually turned in his hand, didn't quite middle it, and it went as a straightforward catch to the fielder at mid-on. Kafid with that catch over there. Another wicket falls. Usman will need to walk back. He scores only 5. The 4th wicket falls for Azaiba 11. They have 40 on the board in the 5th over. Well, the dugout, the story tells the picture. Nowhere close to winning this fixture. And they know it that they are now fighting and staring down the barrel at the moment. What has been a very difficult game for them. Wasim Akhtar, the new man in the middle.
Wide ball.
And he's been welcomed by a wide.
Well, Vinay, he's definitely got a wicket in this over, but he's looked a little inconsistent with his line and length. Has to be more disciplined. Has to finish off well in this over. Has been very expensive. This is a much better line and length, just a single, and will end the 5th over. 41 for 4. Change in the voices in the com box. It's going to be Suhas Vedam alongside Ashok Purohit.
That's the scorecard so far. Gibran.
1.5 minutes.
That's the scorecard. Gibran bowled Hemant 1. Arsalan not out 31. The lone wager battling out. Wasim Akhtar not out for 1. 42 for 4 after 5 overs. There is a bowling change now. Kafid has come into the attack. Short ball. Hit hard but straight to the fielder in the deep. Just a single. Azaiba 43 for 4 after 5.1.
Hafidul Nabi Siddiqui, left arm orthodox, to turn the ball away from the righty. Are you surprised that the amount of turn and offer today is a little less from what it was yesterday? And to be honest, we played more games today. That means the pitch has been in use a little bit more. So the wear and tear shall be more as well.
But the pitch has been really playing well.
The pitch has been playing well, not the batter. This should be taken, and you always let the man with the gloves take it. Wicket for Hafid.
.44 for 4 after 5.2. Kafid strikes in his first over, second ball. And this seems to be a lost cause for Azaiba 11. Going for a big hit, nowhere in the...
And if you see, 3 people converging, but you always let the man with the gloves take the catch.
A good catch finally. Wasim caught by Pratik. Bowled Kafid for 2. 44 for 5 in 5.3. Azaiba 11. This seems to be a lost cause for Azaiba after conceding 139 runs. Amerat Royals on top all throughout. Clinical performance by Amerat Royals. They have been very strong in the batting, and now in the bowling they have ensured that there is no drop of guards, no lowering of the guards.
Oh, good delivery. That's much better, isn't it, for a new man?
Bowling, Kafid,
Quite
top
true.
bowling.
He's trying to prod the ball, push it in the gap. So you always have a chance of generating that edge as well if you bowl it a little up. Not to the set batter.
Well done.
Another good ball by Hafid. This is hardly going any way for Azaiba 11. 45 for 5.
Final delivery. Just 3 of it and a wicket so far. Make it 4 with that single.
Batting.
An excellent over for Hafid. 6 overs gone. 46 for 5.
Thank you, sir. Karan. Change in bowling.
Bowling so far, it's spot on. Hemal Tandel 2 for 11. Mehran Khan 1 for 8. Vinay Khandelwal 1 for 11. Kafid Unnavi 1 for 4. Rafiullah has been the only bowler who has not picked up a wicket, but he may if he comes in the second spell. He is so good.
But he's helped others pick up the
And
wickets with a
terrific
good
catch.
Yeah.
Terrific catch on the ropes. What a presence of mind he had. Getting over the ropes and then tossing the ball in and completing a wonderful catch.
He always plays with the boundary ropes, be it with the bat in hand or as a fielder.
Right.
Karan Sonavale here, he is. A direct hit would have been trouble. Direct hit would have been curtains indeed.
A nice cut, and there he is back in action there. It would have been curtains easily had it been a direct hit.
He's gone for that pull shot. Two fielders converging. Akshay gets to the ball first.
What has been interesting has been that Amerat Royals have not shown any complacency when it comes after scoring such a high score.
One bounce. Once again, the shies at the non-striker's end. This time Karan was in a better position to collect the ball. They're trying to go very hard at the ball, I feel, Azaiba 11.
And they're
The
not
situation's also such. 91 or 21. Straight to Akshay.
Arslan is the only one who's been batting with some confidence. Wakar, the new batsman in, took a single. Again, he tries to hit it hard, but possibly would get only a single. Azaiba 11, 50 for 5. And the 7th over in progress.
Yeah, one more ball to go.
Still a long chase for them. 89 required of 19 balls.
Absolutely. Ashok sir. Now we'll take another single. And this game's turning out to be a damn squib now. Singles are all that Azaiba 11 are getting. 7 overs gone, 52 for 5.
Quite a lopsided contest so far. Azaiba 11, 52 for 5.
This is much better. He's not giving the room.
And a brilliant piece of fielding on his own bowling. This is the commitment required when you need to win big. And that's what Amerat Royals have shown, displayed in ample measure today.
I saw that the batter was charging. Pulled the length back a little bit. Arslan had to curtail the dance.
Very smart bowling by Kafid, the young bowler.
Will he throw it a little wide this time? Yes, he does. Arslan gets the better of it. This will travel to the fence. A little late, but Arslan's getting into form, and that can be a good takeaway for Azaiba 11.
The only possible takeaway if they can take from this one-sided contest.
He picked his spot as well. And moment he saw there was a bit of width on offer, puts it away. Arslan 40 of 27. This time we'll find the field. That's a heavily guarded region. Deep mid wicket.
Just a single there. Kafid keeping it tight and simple, not allowing much of a room for the batters.
Not in a good position to play that stroke, isn't it? Another single. And I just get a feeling Arslan will get impatient here. I think they're all smiles. They're looking almost everywhere but the scorecard at the moment.
Again, kept it tight. Kafid and Mehran picks up on the boundary. Just a single. Arslan 42. Waqar 5. Azaiba 59 for 5 after 8 overs. They require 81 of 12. So Arslan Bashir playing the lone fighter role, 42, rest not even one batsman in double digits, all in single digits, 10, 15, 25.
Rain has been introduced into the attack. Yeah, they are very relaxed too. Now they find themselves on the big screen. He came here to see an exciting cricket match.
Must be disappointed.
That'll also lure him to come tomorrow then.
Exactly.
Hoping for better cricket matches and really hope.
Patel, the new bowler in. Penultimate over of the match.
Oh, that's hit really well. That will travel the distance. Arslan is marching to his own drum beats. There's something to cheer about for the dugout. Arslan's also inching towards a half century, which can be on a personal note a good milestone to start the tournament with. Got it from the best part of the bat too, and it was travelling from the moment it left the bat.
The only consolation for Azaiba would be Arslan's batting. He's been the lone shining star for the team, playing across all around the park. He has been hitting the ball with ease, very confident display despite seeing players falling on the other strikers.
Will be a single this time from Arslan. The problem with Azaiba 11 with the bat in hand has been application. The moment they saw 140, they decided we are going to break it into smaller targets of every 3 overs and try and get there. But the execution and the shape while they played those shots, that became problematic. And at the moment it looks like Arslan needed an extra pair of hands if Azaiba 11 had to make a game out of this with a bat in hand.
Maybe many more, not just an extra pair. Yeah, but he has been the only one who has stood up tall to fight the Amerat Royals bowling attack. Played a good innings of 49 unbeaten, and he goes for
what
a
a
big
shot.
one.
What a shot. This one is peppers the same area. Gets to his half century in Sun style. The customary hit has come by. Some more cheers drawing from that dugout, which has otherwise been a little mum. 55 of 32, 6 boundaries and 2 sixes. And I think Arslan Bashir is setting up nicely for the tournament. This game might be out of the bag for the moment, but Arslan Bashir coming into form is a news for every other team because this man packs a punch.
Absolutely, what a clean hit Arslan had.
Doesn't get it in the gap this time. Bit of a misfield, but that misfield wouldn't cost anything extra. The batters were always looking for a single, and that's what they got. Akshay, he hasn't put a foot wrong today.
Nothing, absolutely stunning with his batting. Played some solid strokes.
Mr. Purohit, do you think the dew is also taking effect?
Swing and a miss there for
Over.
Waqar. End of over 9. 74 for 5. Azaiba 11. Final over, and Azaiba 11.
Does put bat to ball, hits it straight down the ground. And a bit of a misfield, it's 4. That is something which the fielding coach will look at. Otherwise, this game's been blemish free. That should have been stopped. It would have been a single.
One of the rare
Shouldn't
sloppy.
have happened. Do you think the intensity is going down because they know the game's in the bag?
Absolutely. 66 required of 6 balls. They know that it's game over for them. But still, it's not something which is pleasing to your eyes when you see a player.
Oh, he's got him this time. No field is required this time, though. Middle stump, pegged back. A beautiful sign for the bowler.
Absolutely. And it shows the intensity of Amerat. The bowlers, the batters, the fielders, they have been constantly.
There is some movement as well after it pitched, Mr. Purohit.
Yes, indeed. And that did the batsman in. Waqar couldn't miss the line completely and it was clean bowled.
Waqar departs for 6, 79 for 6, Azaiba. This game's long gone for them.
3 more balls to go. And one of the most lopsided victories seen over the last 2 days.
Over.
79 for 6. Nudge it towards the leg side. Pick up a single. A T10 game ending in quiet singles.
We can hope for Arsalan going off for last few hits. There he goes, but finds the fielder at the cover point.
You can see the fielder was searching for the ball just a bit. Viru. Must be Viren. Viren was searching for the ball. Arslan said, let's not run. Let me face the final delivery. Now Arslan manages to pick up a single and will have a lot of thinking to do. So will his team. They've got to pull their socks up. Yes, of course, it would be. You could say these are initial days in the tournament, but the games come thick and fast. Azaiba 11 have faltered on the big day. Amerat Royals have learnt a lot from the previous game.
Yes, a comprehensive win for Amerat. They were totally in command throughout the match, right from the start, right from the ball one. The batters did their work, and there was an exceptional exhibition of sixes, hitting, and then the bowlers did the job, restricted the batsmen of Azaiba, and Amerat Royals were a comfortable winner by 58 runs.
So many sixes. That's the feature of this particular game. Amerat Royals winning by a hefty margin of 58 runs will do a world of good to their net run rate as well.
Absolutely. They have really taken the net run rate to a new level.
Yeah, all smiles. Amerat Royals, they know they've ticked all boxes. An odd misfield can be forgotten, can be forgiven if the hefty margin is as hefty as 58. Azaiba 11, they fizzled out. Arslan Bashir is the only standout batter, 62 of 37, otherwise it's single digit, and it's not a good sign for batters.
For Amerat Royals, Hemal Tandel, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 11, along with Vinayak Khandelwal, 2 for 18. Mehran Khan and Hafizur Nabi picked up 1 wicket each. 81 for 6, that's what they restricted the rivals to. A comprehensive, facile victory for Amerat Royals.
The second innings was featuring more wickets than runs. The big hits were curtailed. Not on that occasion though. Gibran was trying something very, very cheeky. In the end, he lost the bails. But there was a lack of intent in the way Azaiba approached this after a while. 140 was way too much. And they realized they wanted to go for the big shots. But because they had hard hands, the ball stood straight up in the sky, begging to be taken, begging to be clasped. Yes, there were shots in between, but wickets were falling in regular intervals as well. Ashlan was the only shining star, as Mr. Purohit put. Apart from him, there was nothing much to talk about. There's a misfield from Rafiullah. And Vinay, when he finds the top of off, is a different kind of a bowler. So that's the upshot of the game. Amerat Royals 139 for 3. Akshay Patel went on a 6-hitting spree with Pratik Athavale and Rafiullah. 28 of 12 for Rafi himself. Wasim Akhtar, Rao Waqar and Khalid Rashid did manage to pick up a wicket apiece, but with the bat in hand, Azaiba 11 faltered big time. Arslan Bashir, the only notable performance. Apart from that, nothing much from the batting of Azaiba. Hemal Tandel picked up 2. Vinayak Khandelwal picked up 2. Mehran Khan's 1 wicket as well was very, very effective for Amerat Royals. In the end, they win by 58 runs and pick up 2 important points. It's time to take a short breather. On the other side, we'll have the presentation. Right, we'll try and get the presentation in just a moment. Before that, I have Mr. Ashok Purohit with me. Well, what a game of cricket we had for the final one. Amerat Royals, a lot to gain from. Azaiba XI, a lot to learn from.
Absolutely. Amerat Royals displayed a fantastic exhibition of batting, particularly Akshay, Pratik.
Check, 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 check.
Okay, bola bhi. Hello?
Absolutely. Amerat Royals in the end winning by a good margin of 58 runs. And when you win by such a margin, not only does it make sure that you have a lot of confidence going into the next game, but also it allows you to experiment a little bit, isn't it?
Quite true.
So let's find out what happens at the presentation and who the player of the match is.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation for the game between Azaiba XI and Amerat Royals. What a great performance it was from Amerat Royals in all three aspects of the game, batting, bowling and fielding. A comprehensive and a comfortable win, winning by 59 runs. Now, a lot of notable performances from the Amerat Royals batting and bowling, but one man who stood out, who had a blistering form and hit some humongous sixes, it is none other than Akshay Patel, who's the man of the match, and he'll be receiving the man of the match memento from our umpire, Mr. Freddy. Akshay Patel, second man of the match performance, 57 runs in 26 balls, 6 humongous sixes. Well done, Akshay. You've made this a habit of getting those man of the match trophies.
Yes. Yes, it like our team is performing well, and it was important for us to get a good start, and my partner Pratik was going well, so I just stand there and waited for my turn, and then I got it in my area and hit it well. That was the plan.
Do you do a special preparation for matches like these, especially for the shorter format?
Yes, it's my natural game. After going on the ball and hitting some sixes, and it's my game. So, yeah.
All the best. You're playing and you're looking good out there in the middle. Hope we get to see some more big hitting from your side.
Yes. Thank you. This is the hardest part, I must say, giving the interview than playing a match.
You'll get used to it with time.
Yes.
All right, Akshay. Thank you. That's Akshay Patel. Great performance from him. 57 runs in 26 balls. That's it from the post-match presentation. It's time to take you back to the Combox.
Thank you, Shoaib. Let me tell you, viewers, that the cricket bonanza has just started. We've got a lot more coming up tomorrow. The Set Titans will take on Bosher Busters first up, the 5:30 p.m. start, and then Ruby Rangers versus Cobra Giants at 7:30 local time. And Azaiba XI will have to pull their socks up, of course, versus Khuber Warriors at 9:30. 3 matches tomorrow, the triple header, and we will definitely wait for you to join us, as we'll be on air very quickly then to make sure that you enjoy every single game that we want to bring you. That's all we have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We'll meet you tomorrow. Until then, good night from all of us here.